touch the blue circle.
A few months ago, 9-year-old Anthony was struggling with reading.
Put the blue circle between the yellow square and the white square.
He's listening to acoustically enhanced speech. The very rapid acoustic changes have been made longer and louder. And over time, the goal is to make this modify back to regular speech.
The training exercise Anthony's doing is part of the Fast 4 Word program.
He has had many weeks at this point of training with these exercises. When he first started, they were very difficult for him. But look at the level of concentration. Even though I'm talking to you, he is still continuing to do this exercise.
The training program, aimed at enhancing the brain's ability to process the rapid acoustic changes that characterize speech, is grounded in animal research demonstrating the brain's plasticity.
The practical aspects of the work are very, very dependent on the research that went before, showing exactly what methodologies are most effective in driving neuroplastic change in the brain.
Much of this research was done at the University of California, San Francisco by Michael Merzenich.
I was doing experiments in animal models, primarily in monkeys, that were directed towards understanding the way the brain changes as you learn. And we had the insight that the processing machinery of the brain, its time constants, the space constants that govern what was necessary for it to master a specific skill or ability, were actually changing, and those changes accounted for that mastery. So the notion that you're changing the machinery of the brain and its sort of operational characteristics in detail as you learn was immediately extended us into thinking about practical implications and extensions.
With the help of the direct neuronal recordings only possible in animal studies, Merzenich and his colleagues fine-tuned the training to include such regimens as constant repetition, keeping the animal's attention, and incrementally raising the bar for success.
Okay, you ready? Close your eyes for a minute.
These same learning principles were included in the training programs used to help children like Anthony.
Keep them closed. There we go.
Here at Rutgers University, Paula Talal's colleague Jennifer Thomas is now using Evoke Potentials to see if she can detect measurable changes in the brains of subjects whose reading has improved since they started the training. The tone pairs Anthony is hearing every now and again differ.
What happens is his brain detects the difference and shows us a response. Even though he's not paying attention to the sounds, his brain is still responding to these very rapidly presented auditory cues. Before Fast Forward, children like Anthony, they show very large amplitude fluctuations, very large peaks and valleys in their waveforms. And they also lack certain components that show you the detection of the fast sounds. Now, after Fast Forward, the waveforms look very similar to those of children with no language problems, and you see the emergence of these components.
But for Paula Talal and Mike Merzenich, the implications of both the animal and human studies of brain plasticity go far beyond helping struggling readers like Anthony.
The way in which the brain handles information that changes over time, particularly quickly over time, is really critical for many, many aspects of understanding neural processing, from the single-cell level and spike timing dependent learning all the way up through the highest levels of understanding how the brain extracts sounds for speech, puts sounds together in particular temporal orders, and possibly all the way up to the level of grammar. And so language is a really good model for really studying the neurobiological basis of a higher cortical process.
A message in all of this is that brain plasticity is a resource. We're given this great gift. We've inherited it. And it's rather foolish not to use it. And what neuroscience, this animal-based and human study-based neuroscience provides us is with an increasingly intelligent insight about how to use it for human benefit.